With its distinctive swimming pools in the upper deck, there's a look inside Everbank Stadium here in Duval County, Florida. The punter Logan Cook set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Stroud looks to throw on the first play.
Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. Stroud to throw it. That's complete to Dell. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A first carry here for Joe Mixon.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
Delson in motion.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Woods.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
Duvernay in motion. Here's Lawrence. Open man is Duvernay.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Lawrence will throw.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Now Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw. This one into the hands of Ingram downfield.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Lawrence.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They give him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seam.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Jags will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Tommy Townsend now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken around the 12. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now 3rd down and 7. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville.
Back deep is Steven Sims.
Fielded at the 33. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return.
And the Texans will take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Stroud off the play fake.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's Mixon on the counter. And some room to roam now. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 22 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And Woods has it complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Now Stroud.
This will be caught at about the 6. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
They call it a loss of a yard there. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Mixon again, and this time he is in for a Houston touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. On the bootleg, Stroud. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Nico Collins, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Again, it's Mixon. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Mixon is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd down and a yard. Now Lawrence to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
They'll run with ETN.
Shifts by at the 15.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Devin Duvernay.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
Stroud looking to throw. That's caught again by Schultz.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. That is caught. They'll have the 1st down and more than that.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Devin Duvernay
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Jaguars are able to stretch out their lead.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Play action. Here's Stroud. That is caught by Dell.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the 1st down.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
85 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Trayvon Walker in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Stroud.
And this is going to be incomplete.
What a sequence there defensively. You get the sack to move him to 3rd and long. Then here, just nothing available. And he's got to throw it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Stroud. Caught left side. Here's Dell.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the 1st half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
2nd and 20. Straight ahead, ETN.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt.
And this returnable for Sims.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return.
And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
And Stroud now to throw.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now 3rd down and very long. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. On the return is Sims. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Stroud to throw it. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
Final play of the half, Stroud.
He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the 2nd half. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, We just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game. In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Here's Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Lawrence will throw. Screen play. Here's ETN.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10.
Lawrence gets this quickly to Ingram.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Lawrence to throw. Open man is Duvernay.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
This a 2nd and 8.
Open man right side is Ingram.
And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
One more time with ETN.
Oh, but he's going to be met behind the line and taken down. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence.
And he's got it. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, It's 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Trevor Lawrence
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
105 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Now Stroud. Mixon on the slant.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Running left, it's Mixon.
He'll take this to the 46. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Stroud. He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Throwing now is Stroud. That's complete to Dell.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
The Texans send the punter out. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
They'll start on the ground, ETN. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Lawrence giving to ETN here on the option.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Slot man moves right.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And his throw is incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Oh, that's deep for Duvernay.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run it and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at about the 28. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Stroud off the play fake.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. This is Mixon on the draw. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
116 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8.
On the delay, it's Mixon. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. That's into the hands of Woods.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Mixon.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
12 yards there and a first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Here's Stroud.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Tank Dell.
From 10 yards out.
And the Texans get a bit closer. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
To the sideline and incomplete.
And when you're in a 1-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Now Lawrence.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
And Danielle Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Fielded just inside the 30. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Stroud looking to throw.
His throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Stroud to throw it.
That is caught. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And Stroud now to throw. As this complete to Woods.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Stroud will look to throw once more. He'll complete this one to Collins.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Stroud.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a 1st down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Stroud. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Stroud. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Texans have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Now ETN to start the drive to about the 33-yard line.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Washington with a catch, middle of the field. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And he'll get it right back to Washington.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Now 2nd and 4. Draw play, ETN.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Plenty of time left, plus all 3 timeouts. Here's 1st and 10. On the counter, ETN.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Here's 2nd down. Now a handoff to Bigsby. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's 3rd down and 5. ETN up the middle.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Stroud. Finding Schultz.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. We are inside of 1 minute, only 1 timeout left, so they've got to move quickly.
Get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure they're set. No penalties in this situation, but you're exactly right. Conserve that timeout for when they really need it.
They'll come up now on second down. Stroud to throw it. Connecting with Mixon.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Now Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins.
Past the 20. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. This is 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory.
So the road a little tougher here. Now 1st and 20. Lawrence. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Throwing now, Lawrence.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Finding Washington.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
What a thrilling 4th quarter this one was. At least, I guess, if you're cheering for the winning side. An outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending, because it wasn't just a 1-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.